Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. Finally, we have reached the last part of our discussion on the Bharani Nakshatra. In this video, we will try to understand the functioning of this nakshatra by getting into the depth of this nakshatra, because each nakshatra can be further classified into 4 equal measures, 4 equal padas or charans. So we will try to understand that what will remain to be the case if you will find the planet transiting that pada, that quarter of the nakshatra, or the planet is already placed into that pada of this nakshatra. And we will also try to understand the different remedial measures which an individual can think of opting if he is going through the afflictions of this nakshatra. So before we start our discussion, just a quick recap of all what we have studied so far. We have already discussed that Bharani Nakshatra is being ruled by the planet Venus. So just because this nakshatra falls in the zodiac sign Aries, which is being ruled by the planet Mars, so you can expect an amalgamation of the energies of the Mars and the Venus. So this combination infuses the artistic and the creative abilities, sexuality in the functioning of this nakshatra, whomsoever is under the influence of this nakshatra. The deity attached to this nakshatra is the Lord Yama, who is the Lord of death, karma, discipline, virtues, and the goddess Kali. The symbol attached to this nakshatra is the female reproductive organ, the vagina, and the boat. The functioning of this nakshatra is all about the extremism. You can understand the functioning of this nakshatra associated with a typical 16-year-old boy or girl who is confused, who doesn't know which way to go, what to do. All what this child has is a burst of energy which needs to be properly guided, which needs to be properly monitored. These people are filled with the enthusiasm, energy. This is a very unpredictable nakshatra, secretive nakshatra, lots of occult potential, along with good capacity to attain wealth in this lifetime. We have also discussed the different personality traits of this nakshatra. Like this nakshatra is a Rajasic nakshatra. The primary motivation of this nakshatra is Artha, about attaining wealth, and it is an outcast nakshatra. So all of that we have discussed in the previous videos. Now we will try to understand the depth of this nakshatra. So let's say, for example, if Aries zodiac sign is of 0 to 30 degree of space, from 0 to 13 degree 20 minute, we have already discussed that this is the space occupied by the Ashwini nakshatra. So any point of time you will find that a particular planet, Mars, is placed in the 10 degree of the Aries zodiac sign. That means the planet is in the Ashwini nakshatra in the Aries zodiac sign. Now comes the question of understanding the domain of this Bharani nakshatra, which occupies the space from 13 degree 20 minutes to the 26 degree 40 minutes, the Bharani. So all what we have to do is that we have to divide it into 4 equal measures, 4 padas, quarters, or 4 charans. So the first pada is from 13 degree 20 minute to 16 degree 40 minute. We have the second pada, which is from the 16 degree 40 minute to the 20 degree 0 minute. We have the third pada, which is from the 20 degree to the 23 degree 20 minute, and we have the fourth pada, which is from the 23 degree 20 minute to the 26 degree 40 minute. So now we have got the 4 further classification of this Bharani nakshatra. So now the trick is very simple. At the time when we were discussing the 4 padas of the Ashwini nakshatra, the very first nakshatra, all what we did was we started the count of the 12 zodiac signs. So Ashwini nakshatra, the first pada will carry the energy of the Aries Navamsa. Second pada will carry the energy of the Taurus Navamsa. Third pada will carry the energy of the Gemini Navamsa. Fourth pada will carry the energy of the Cancer Navamsa. So now we will keep on moving forward with that count. So here we will find the energy of the Leo Navamsa. So all what you guys need to do is that you need to understand the functioning of the planets, the behavior of the planets on this pada, the basis of how you can understand the Leo Navamsa. So all what is going to happen is that if any planet is present on this region, the planet is going to remain very artistic. The planet is going to remain, in a very self-immersion way. So all what we can expect is good artistic and the creative abilities. We can expect little bit of the, willpower, dynamism, and along with that, self-centeredness little bit can be seen over there, because Leo sign is all about the dynamism. So all what we are seeing is we are finding a blend of the Leo ruled by the planet Sun along with the planet Venus, which rules this Bharani Nakshatra. So in the first pada, the energy will manifest in a very artistic way, in a very creative way. Will, dynamism can be seen, but along with that, little bit of the self-centric attitude can be foreseen. When it comes to the behavior of the planets, in the second pada, you need to look at it from the perspective of first the Venus, which rules the Bharani Nakshatra, and the energy of the Virgo Navamsa. So all what we can expect is, in this pada, the planet is going to behave in a very humanitarianism way. Thus, doing the service, helping and healing others will take the precedence at this quarter, at this pada of this Bharani Nakshatra. So the planets like Mercury, Mars and Rahu does very good over here. And the best part is, because this nakshatra is all about the ups, downs, it's a very chaotic energy. So here we can expect a balance. Even at the first pada, the energy was very intense. The planets like Sun, Jupiter, Mars only has the capacity to hold that energy. But in this second pada, you will find the planet like Mercury, Mars and even Rahu doing very good. So the chaotic energy of the Bharani gets balanced at this region of this Bharani Nakshatra. When it comes to the third pada, all what you need to do is that you need to understand the functioning of the planet Venus, making it a blend with the behavior of Libra Navamsa. So this is also Pushkara Navamsa, because Venus rules three nakshatras, Bharani, Purva Falguni and the Purva Ashadha. So the third pada of the nakshatras ruled by the planet Venus is considered as the Pushkara Navamsa. So planets placed here will give good results. The fulfillment of wishes, the desires can be expected over this quarter of this nakshatra. Along with that, there remains to be little bit of the over exertion of the energy in the matters of sex and in the matters of the relationship. Now it all depends on the evolutionary process and the evolutionary level of the soul, the placement of the other planets. But apart from that, too much of the energy will be put forth in the relationship and the sexuality. Planets like Mercury, Venus and Rahu do very good over here. When it comes to the fourth pada, now here you need to understand the energy in the form of making a blend of the energy of the planet Venus, making it in sync with the Scorpio energy. So now this is comparatively a very chaotic, very extreme, very upheaval and a very unpredictable energies which can be foreseen if the planet is placed over this part of this Bharani Nakshatra. So if, let's say for example, the Mercury, the Ketu, Mars and Sun is placed over here, so the energy will get more intensified. So the placement of the overall planets, the evolutionary level of the soul will decide everything, that how the person is going to behave in that particular level. So this is all what I wanted to say on my take on the placement of the planets in the different quarters of this nakshatra. Just because of the chaotic energy of this nakshatra, Saturn gets debilitated at this part of the Aries zodiac sign in the Bharani Nakshatra, because Saturn wants, Saturn is a slow moving planet, it appreciates stability, security, and this nakshatra is completely opposite to that. It's all about the chaos, extremism, ups and downs. So when it comes to the remedial measures, so the remedial measure, the first thing is that the person should meditate on the feminine goddess. Any feminine goddess, meditating on that will remain to be of great help. Apart from that, meditating and the worship of goddess Kali will remain to be very good. And the Bij mantra assigned to this nakshatra is Om Im. Om Im. So reciting this Bij mantra 108 times will remain to be very beneficial. The person can recite this mantra 108 times at the time when the moon is transiting this nakshatra, or the tithi, the day attached to this nakshatra, which is the Chaturtithi of both the waxing and the waning phase of the moon, or the the second part of the Ashwin month, which falls in the month of October. So all those times will remain to be very beneficial in order to appease and to remove the negativity posed by this nakshatra. Many people even say that just because this nakshatra is associated with the traffic jams and all kind of accidents, so that even if you are stuck in a traffic jam, if you can recite this Bij mantra, you might get relieved by the traffic jam. So all of that you can think of opting. And apart from that, the vowels and the alphabets, like the way I have told you, the children in India get named on the basis of the moon transiting the nakshatra at the time of their birth. So the alphabet attached, the vowel attached with this, the first pada is Li, Lu, Le, and the Lo. Li as a Liam, Lu as in Lulu, like Honolulu, Le as in Laila, Lo as in Logan. So the first pada got this alphabet, the second pada has got this alphabet, the third pada has got this alphabet, and the fourth pada has got this alphabet. So this is the technique which is being used at the time of your birth. The moon was transiting whichever nakshatra. Basis that, the alphabet of the name gets decided. And apart from that, there are certain remedial measures I forgot to mention, like wearing the dark shades or a mixture of white, red and black is going to remain very beneficial for the person in order to remove the affliction of this nakshatra. And please do not get to this mode that there is a lot of negativity, which I have explained, and you should be completely get bogged down by that. There is a lot of positive aspect of this nakshatra as well. This nakshatra makes someone an explorer, enthusiastic, full of energy, and when it comes to even making a use of that sexuality in a positive way, so the person can make use of that in order to awaken his kundalini or do good in any realms of spirituality. So this is all what I wanted to say as my take on the Bharani Nakshatra. In the coming videos, we will start our discussion with the Nakshatra number 3. So for further more updates and notification on astrology, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.
Shivoham.